Hello students, today is all about understanding the fretboard. So put your thinking caps on because we're jumping right in. Here we have a fretboard diagram for a guitar in standard tuning. You can see we have our accidentals labeled as both flats and sharps. For example, B flat is also A sharp. If you're new to this idea, these are basically the black keys on the piano. The notes that are just letters by themselves would be the white keys. We call these naturals instead of accidentals. Let's highlight the naturals so we can see them more clearly. If we play these notes and emphasize all the C's, it'll sound like C major. C major doesn't use any accidentals. If we were to say emphasize all of the A's instead, it would sound like A minor. A minor doesn't use any accidentals either. For each scale, there's always a tonic, which is the most important note or the note that gets the most emphasis. When we emphasize one note, it changes the way we perceive all of the other notes. This is how C major and A minor can use the exact same notes but sound totally different. It's all about what note you're emphasizing. We could take this concept a step further and emphasize the note G. Now it will sound like G mixolydian. When we identify a scale by name, there's always a letter, the tonic, followed by a feeling or mood. Since there are 7 natural notes, we can emphasize each one in turn. These scales are commonly referred to as the modes or church modes, if you're a little more old school. Let's go back to our fretboard diagram with the natural notes highlighted. From now on, we're going to refer to this large shape as MEGASHAPE. If you learn MEGASHAPE, you'll be able to play all 7 modes all over the neck by emphasizing different notes. For me, I found it easiest to start with my index finger on each note and force a 3 note per string shape. So I learned these 7 different shapes and then worked on connecting them together. Here's a basic major shape. Once you get familiar with MEGASHAPE, you can start shifting it around to get different diatonic scales. So if someone asks me to play something in D major, for example, I would shift the entire shape up 2 frets so that my basic major shape now starts on D instead of C. Now I can play D major all over the neck. If you've taken some basic theory, you'll know that D major has 2 sharps, F and C. And here they are. Once we know MEGASHAPE, the accidentals will take care of themselves. Using these new positions, I could also play E Dorian or A mixolydian and so on. Since the MEGASHAPE can represent 7 modes, and you can shift it around to 12 different positions, this means that if you know the MEGASHAPE, you know 84 different scales, and you know them all over the neck. So I think the answer is pretty clear. All we have to do is get MEGASHAPE tattooed right here on our forearms, and then we'll never be lost on the fretboard again. As always, thanks for watching. Go forth, practice, have fun. I'll see you in the next one.